and the leading value detergent in 3
What's
washes.
cracking?
Wherever you
It
buy your
is
products.
Monday.
Kroger, shopping with pickup and delivery is the same as shopping.
Try this again. What's cracking? It is Monday, January the 8th, 2024. Man. What have we got going on here? We got Jack Smith meeting with John Roberts, Chief Justice of SCOTUS for lunch, dinner, whatever. Don't know if it's true. But there were an awful lot of posts about that this weekend. That's an issue. That's a big damn issue. And that is foul play on both parties. I'm just, if that is true, that's a big issue. More news. According to DC Drano, we are looking at the Clintons and the UN trafficking people. The way they have done this is that they have bought, reclaimed, whatever, an old military base in Panama and are using that base to prepare people for the rest of the journey to invade our border at the south. Now, last time I checked, that is treason. Punishable by being unalived. Which, there you go. What on God's green earth is going on with the people in this country that they hate this country so much that they want to literally finance an invasion of it? I mean, point blank and simple, it's purchasing votes. That's what it comes down to. You see these nasty little bastards hopping the border. The first act that they commit inside the borders of this country is a criminal act. Now, if it's up to me, I put a little tracking device in their head and say, hey, you got 30 minutes to get 2 miles away from the border. After that, your head no longer exists attached to your shoulders. It becomes a red mist. Have a nice day. That's my cure to it. And as to all ages, races, sexes, period. No exemptions. That's the only way that I know how to handle it. Of course, now we've also got all this crap going over in crap hole countries, Israel and Palestine. Of course, most people don't realize that the Palestinians are the Philistines. They had their name changed back in the 80s because they didn't want to be associated with the acts of the past. Well, that would be a lot easier if you didn't keep on doing the same old shit you did in the past. I took a wild guess at it, and I got my ass hopped over. They're not called that anymore. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Makes sense. But, yeah, and there's that. And meanwhile, we've still got Congress out of session while we've got Pedo Joe the walking coma pissing all kinds of people off, worldwide and nationwide. Apparently, we've had more people with gender dysphoria walking around shooting people. And I'm not saying that all people who are gender dysphoric are going to walk around shooting people. But we've had an awful lot of those folks shooting schools lately. Well, and of course you hear the justification. Oh, they're just saying that to confuse the investigation. They generally ain't that damn smart. I don't know what to tell you about it, folks. We got problems we need to work on at home. And like I tell my congressman, and like I tell anybody who bends near to listen, I I don't give two shits what's going on around the world. I care about what's going on from sea to shining sea in this country. The hell of them. If they want to blow themselves up, let them. If they want to choose to be oppressed, let them. You know, we fought in this country against the mightiest army and navy that the world had ever known up until they ran into us. And then they weren't. So, that alone shows you that if you want something bad enough, if you're willing to give enough to get it, you will. And if you're always going to rely on somebody to caretake your ass, you won't. Because it won't be you who got it. It won't be you who earned it. It'll be somebody else, and you will forever be in their debt. Which means you're compromised from day one. That's exactly how that works. Anybody can be free if they're willing to give enough to get it. Anybody. They're not. Hell, if you want to go biblical on it, why worry about the speck in thy neighbor's eye and not the plank in thy own? That's paraphrasing. I know I don't have that exactly right. The message is, take care of your own stuff first. Then you can help others. We got homelessness. We essentially have no manufacturing left in this company. We essentially have, I don't know, I'm spitballing here, what? 10 to 20% of the agriculture production in this country that we used to. Of course, we had a flatly evil government subsidizing farmers not producing. That's right. The government will pay you more per acreage than you could make farming to not farm. That's evil. And that goes against one of the core tenets of this country, which is independence. Last time I checked, it was the Declaration of Independence, not the declaration of, oh hell, we need everybody else's stuff because we're too fucking stupid and we took government money to not produce. This is not the country I grew up in. This is not the country I signed up to defend. This has turned into a country that I would sign up to defend people from becoming. We got to put the brakes on it, boys and girls. Starts with everybody out there. That's all I got. Slap a like and subscribe and pass it around. Need to get the message out. Love all of you. Have a great day. We'll talk to you next time around. Deuces.